sound like a bird.
I know.
Let's take a pan dance. A pan dance. Rookie. Maisie. Yeah. Eric. Ethan. Michaela. Lindsay. Madeline Holler.
Yeah.
What's happening?
Not much.
Kayla said she was here, but she's banding. Taylor.
Here.
Hey.
Hi.
That was
Emma. Emma Larkowski.
She's.
No.
everyone's color.
Sydney. Lynn.
No.
Did I just hear?
Yeah.
Probably. Just here, probably.
Zach.
Just here, probably.
What's up?
I was literally.
Star.
She's here today. She's just like not.
There is Emma Larkowski.
I do it. Is there hard to take the attendance? Like I
Your mom.
I'm only gonna come for like 2 minutes at the end. No, because a lot of people.
Ian, Jenna. Yes. Gianna.
Yeah.
There you are.
Yes.
Kaya. Kaya.
Here.
Okay. Now look, I won't click submit until the end.
Wow.
Makes sense.
Okay. Zip it.
Yeah, there's
Oh, there she is. All right.
There's.
Good news for you is I don't have much to cover. I only have 2 slides to cover, and then the rest of the hour is you accomplishing, because many of you, like a ton of you, haven't even presented your second one yet. And I'll be right there. Or if you prefer, have me come over to your house, and then I'll sit with you right there. And then you can present to just me, right? A little bit lower stress, be relaxed. That can happen. Or you can start working on or continue working on your religious thing, your cult thing, or your debate. Why are you on your phone? Watching video of yourself scoring 3 goals, aren't you? God, you're so full of yourself. Put it away. Put the phone away. God. Okay, you're a good soccer player. All right, fine. All right. We're continuing our look at something called ritual. Does anyone know what we're looking at here? Specifically. Yes. Of who? Who is doing this? Does anyone have the historical knowledge that you could look at this and say, I know which civilization this was? Very good. These are the Aztec. And they're engaging in a pretty gruesome ritual. And this was an example of human sacrifice. What the Aztec did was conquered their neighbors. And then they took the warriors from their neighbors and took them to the top of the temple, carved their hearts out, then rolled the dead body down the stairs and threw the heart inside the temple where there was a raging fire to appease the fire god. And so what that should be telling you from a sociological point of view is that ritual is not the same as morality. You could be part of a religion that has so many rituals. It adds to it, doesn't it? It's like we're in a movie, yeah. What I'm about to say makes sense. That people will go to their ritualistic religious ceremonies once a week, and then they'll go home and they'll beat up their wife. And then they'll go home and cheat on their taxes. And then they'll go home and engage in criminal behavior, selling drugs or whatever. That the religious ceremony that they're part of does not necessarily impact the morality that they live. That ritual does not mean morality. And sociologists have proven this. Because what they did was they looked at areas of high level of religious participation, and they compared it to areas where there is rather low levels of religious participation. And guess what they found? The crime rates are the same. The crime rates are the same in communities where almost everyone goes to church and communities where almost no one goes to church. tells you is that people engage in ceremony, they engage in ritual, but they don't necessarily live the message that they're hearing from their minister or priest or whoever it is. Okay, great example here. Right, I'm sure none of you, I mean, think about it. Do you go to weekly services? I'm not asking you to raise your hand or anything, but those of you who do go to religious services, I'm sure none of you cheat because cheating's wrong. And those of you who do not go to religious services, you all cheat because you have not been given the proper message about how to live your life right. And are you picking up my sarcasm? Okay, good. You should be picking up Durga. Why is Durga here?
I was on the freshman retreat, but I want to be myself. I thought I'd be gone all day.
So you came here to tell me you don't have your stuff.
Well, I mean, I was just going to sit here.
Okay, that was all captured live. All right. Any questions? So I can see really tricky true-false questions where I say something like true or false. The more religious a society is, the more moral it is. That's false. That's false. You cannot reach that conclusion. Religion does not mean morality. Okay, one slide left, and there's the term. It's religious economy. So just to explain this term, I'm going to do a little experiment here. I'm going to give you 4 options. You're going to get to pick which one would be your restaurant of choice. So I'm going to go with Subway, Chipotle, McDonald's, Noodles. All right, you're picking one. All right, I'm going to make a bold prediction here.
Can you say that again?
Yep, Subway, Chipotle, McDonald's, Noodles. Now there are 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 17 of you in here. I'm just going to make a little prediction.
I'll bet $1.
Only like one. I don't have McDonald's. Fries. The rest
And I only like, I'll bet a Noodles gift card that I love. Put Culver's in the mix. Then I know my answer.
Sorry for the interruption. At this time, all ninth graders should be reporting to class. All ninth grade students, please report to
All right.
class.
Let's see how I do here. All right, so, yes?
Is there like a none option?
No. You have to pick one. Okay. All right. How many people say Subway? 0. How many people say Chipotle? 1, 2. How many people say McDonald's? How many people say Noodles? I was not right.
12.
I said 0 Subway, 12 Chipotle, 0 McDonald's, and 4 Noodles. So I was right there, not right there, right there, and not right there. 50%. Good baseball average. All right. Very good. Do you understand then that in our country, as far as restaurants are concerned, you have a choice. You can go where you'd like to eat. Well, imagine rather than having restaurants be your choice, your religion being your choice. That's called an economy. When you have a choice, that's an economy. We have restaurant economy in our nation. My question to you is, do we have religious economy in our nation? Yes, absolutely. You go to Stillwater alone. There's 2 Catholic churches. There's a Baptist church kind of out where I live. There's an Episcopalian church right up that hill. Hi. What's up? This is sociology. Okay. Well, you can watch the video. All right. Right. All sorts of choices in our nation, and that is not necessarily true in other nations where there really is no choice at all. 1,000 years ago, there was no choice. Where you lived dictated what religion you were. It was that or burn. So there was no religious economy. So, okay, let's reveal some of the things. In early societies, nobody chose your religion. By being British, you were Anglican. That's it. You had to be Anglican. By being Italian, you were Catholic. That's it. By being French, you were Catholic. By being German, you were Lutheran. That's it. There was no option. But in our country, we have a religious economy that allows for choice. In ancient Greek, Roman, and Egyptian societies, there was no economy. We do. Anyone know what we're looking at here in this picture? What religion are we looking at? Or what society? The Egyptian society. That is the Egyptian goddess Isis. And that's just an example. Everyone worshipped Isis in Egypt. There wasn't like, I don't believe in Isis. Yeah, you do. You're Egyptian. Every Egyptian believed in Isis or whatever. Okay. This map is a modern view of Earth. Green means choice. Gray means no choice. And you can see that most of the world is green. Parts of the Middle East where you are pressured to be Muslim. Parts of Africa where you are pressured to, I don't know if pressured is quite the right word. It's just the religion, tribal religions. You said the Philippines. The Philippines is actually green. This is the nation Indonesia. And it is gray. It's a predominantly Muslim country. Are there any examples today where there is the expectation that you are Catholic? There is actually. It's called the Vatican. It's the world's smallest nation. It's a nation so small, it's inside a city. You know where the Vatican is? It's in Rome. There's a country inside a city, inside a country. Vatican, Rome, Italy. It's really weird. By the way, if you ever go there, that's the post office to use. The Italian post office is awful. Italians will leave their country to go to the Vatican to mail a letter because the Italian post office is terrible. Anyway, monopoly is where it's gray. Monopoly means what? No choice. Exactly. There's no choice in the matter. You are fill in the blank religion. And I've just given you 3 examples where you have to be Catholic, where you have to be Muslim, where you have to be various tribal religions. Not necessarily you're going to be executed if you aren't. It's just that the options aren't there. And this is a little bit deceiving because there are parts of the Western United States where there really aren't options. You are going to be whatever dominant religion exists in that area. Mormon in parts of Utah. That's it. That's the only option available. Now, that doesn't mean you couldn't start your own. Go ahead, start your own sect. The United States is the most religious as far as number of religions. Most religious nation on earth. Nobody, we just chug them out, man. Sects. We chug out sects. Careful saying that. And cults and denominations, not necessarily ecclesias. Okay, any questions there? Okay, I'm done. I'm going to go over to my desk, and if you still haven't presented, that's what you're going to be doing today. Presenting to me, just me. But if you want me to come over to your place, I'd be happy to. I'll bring sandwiches. Have a great time, okay? Otherwise, you're working on your religious presentation. It's due Tuesday. Yes? Yoki? There's a chapter 15 Kia that's also in your world. Off you go. So, that is more like it. Yeah, I think you're all caught up. I believe you're all caught up.